We've got meteorologist Clay Smith standing by. Clear some of that fog out of the way so we can see this big moon out there.
Yeah, what's that fog doing out there? No one asked for the fog to be out again this morning, but we will have a little bit, especially the closer to rivers you get across the Tennessee Valley. But it is a full moon, so if you have the chance, you got a couple more hours to go check it out. This is the Beaver Moon sent in by Alan Hunter. Look at that. Gorgeous shot. And we had clear skies, so perfect for moon viewing last night. And I'll show more of these throughout the morning. If you get any, send them to us, weather at local3news.com. Here's a look at your temperatures. 33 Murphy, 39 Blue Ridge, 40s into Chattanooga, and eventually you get into the 50s along the Cumberland Plateau. Start to get that temperature inversion as warm air returns. That's pretty common. And later today, yeah, we're back in the 70s. So if you're a fan of the warm weather, you're going to really enjoy the next couple of days, and you're really going to dislike what's coming early next week because some changes are coming our way. And the first change is going to be some rain as we move into Friday evening and early Saturday morning. Now here's the good news. Really not looking at a severe risk with this system, and there are going to be some gusty winds, but usually when we have any kind of front coming through, the winds are going to pick up this time of the year. Rainfall up to 1/2 inch. So we'll fast forward all the way to Friday. It's going to be pretty quiet during the morning hours, and really for much of the afternoon things are going to be quiet. It's when we get into the evening after sunset when some of that rain is going to start to move in. Notice your timestamp there, 2 o'clock. Notice as we get closer to the 6 and 7 o'clock hour, the rain spreads across the Tennessee Valley. We're going to have some playoff games going on this Friday. If you plan on heading out, you want to download that Local 3 weather app and grab the umbrella. You're probably going to need it because as we continue through the evening, the rain's going to pick up in coverage and likely intensity, gradually tapering off by the time we get into a Saturday morning. So pretty quick hitting system, knocking, I would say anywhere from 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of rain across the Tennessee Valley. So nice little soaking of rain before we dry back out. And then the next thing we're going to be talking about directly after the rain, big time shot of cold air. This is going to be basically an early preview of winter. Look at these high temperatures. Next several days, 70s. By the time we get into Monday, oh yeah, a little whiplash there. We're going to be down in the 40s, wind chills in the 30s all day long. Valley low is going to drop down all the way to the 20s by Tuesday. 27 we could be waking up to, and again, that's not even including the wind, so it's going to feel even colder than that. Those mountain lows, those dropping all the way nearly to the teens by the time we get into Tuesday morning. So this is definitely the coldest air we've had of the season. This is more of what you would expect during January because by the time we wake up again on Monday, you add in that northwesterly wind and the already cold air, we're going to have wind chill values well into the 20s and even the teens along the Cumberland Plateau. So again, January, February, that's about what we're going to be feeling like. And then by the time we get into Tuesday morning, temperatures drop off even more. This is your wind chill, 14 Murphy, 15 Blue Ridge, 13 in Altamont. So again, big shot of cold air on the way as we move into early next week, and maybe even some flurries late Saturday or late Sunday into Monday morning. There's going to be a little bit of leftover moisture. And typically when we have these strong Arctic cold fronts coming through, if there's any leftover moisture, that could result into flurries across the Cumberland Plateau, the higher elevations of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and maybe even a few flurries in the valley. Not really expecting too much in the way of accumulation as of now, but it is definitely something we're going to watch pretty closely. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Nice and warm through, I'd say, Saturday, and then those changes really start to settle in Sunday with bone-chilling cold arriving early next week.